All right, so it is that time of year once again. The Game Awards are right around the corner later this week, and I wanted to do a quick video and just give some of my predictions and hopes. And obviously not for who's going to win what award, but what announcements will we get from Nintendo at the Game Awards in 2020. What's up, guys? Welcome back, or welcome in for the first time. If you are new here, do me a favor. There's a link to our Discord down in the description. Click on that. Join us in there after this video. We're talking about all kinds of things in there every day, like the Game Awards, new Zelda games, Animal Crossing, all kinds of stuff. So like I said, click that link and we'll see you there after this video. Okay, so obviously this year, Nintendo has taken a completely different approach on their marketing. So it's hard to say exactly what we're going to see at the Game Awards this year, if we see really anything at all. That's very possible. We could see absolutely nothing from Nintendo, pretty much like we did last year. We saw Bravely Default 2 last year, and that's about it. Let's stop real quick before we get into what games we might see. Let's just stop and think about why that may be. Why we may see a whole lot from Nintendo this year. So obviously, as we know, 2020 has been a nightmare for game development. I mean, honestly, it's been a nightmare in life in general. So obviously that's gonna spill over into game development. And while Nintendo hasn't really said much about their development issues, we can pretty much look around the industry right now and safely assume, I would say, that Nintendo's having the same problem that just about everybody else is having. So a lot of stuff that might have been coming in 2020 may now be pushed to 2021. So honestly, think about it. What better time is there than the end of 2020 in December at the Game Awards, which is huge, to really start announcing or showing more of, you know, the things that were delayed and the things that are coming in 2021. 2021 is going to be absolutely massive for Nintendo. I've made a few videos on this already, and I'm probably not done making those videos. I've got some more ideas, but I'll link the ones I did do up here so you can check a few of those out. Because when it comes to the Game Awards, you have to remember something. Us as Nintendo fans, we know what's coming. We've seen all the directs. We've seen, you know, everything they post on Twitter. We've seen all the stuff, you know, but the regular, everyday, let's just say, PlayStation or Xbox fan who doesn't really mess around with Nintendo products that much, they don't know. And all of those people, they watch the Game Awards. So it's a huge opportunity for Nintendo to get its games out in front of people who, for the most part, maybe would never see them. So let's break all this down. We'll go over some games, maybe some other little announcements they might be doing, you know, if anything. I'm just gonna make this whole video under the assumption that Nintendo will actually show up this year and show us something that we want to see, which again, I mean, they may not. So just to start out here really quick, I want to cover some of these rumored games that are kind of smaller. I don't think really fit what Nintendo's trying to do at the Game Awards, if they do go to the Game Awards. I feel like it's more of a place you really want to put out your best, like the best of the best that you have, to show, you know, not only your fans, but all the other fans who could potentially become your fans. So there's rumors about a Kirby game, a new Donkey Kong game, and a Pikmin 4. Now, while most of those I am excited for, I don't think those types of games are really what's going to do it at the Game Awards. Not this year. Now, if the Kirby thing does become something where it actually is a very, very big deal and kind of a reimagining of the series, or, you know, maybe something just a little bit more, maybe they will show that. And at the same time, it's very possible we could see maybe small trailers for those things, but I feel like if they're gonna announce something like that, that would probably be in one of their own directs. I just think that makes a little bit more sense, because those aren't really headliner type games. So as far as new games that we might see there, I don't think those are going to be it. I think we may see something maybe a little bit bigger, maybe third party. It's really hard to say with Nintendo, but I do think we will see something new. I'm not sure what. It may be bigger than those things. I would say if it's big, it's probably gonna be third party, because I feel like their big first party game, which we'll get to in a little bit, I feel like they're not gonna wanna overshadow that. So I think if there's another big new announcement, it will probably be third party. Okay, so that stuff, it's a maybe. But I think one thing we can probably expect if Nintendo is at the Game Awards this year is we will see a new Smash character announced. I think the timing feels about right. As long as they have something ready to go, I think we see it here. Now, who would that character be? I'm honestly not sure. A lot of people have their own ideas on who that's gonna be. I hear a lot of people talking about Crash right now, which would make a lot of sense. You know, Crash 4 just came out. It's probably coming to the Switch very soon. Maybe we see that announcement. alongside of the Smash character, that would work. I mean, you know, Doom guy, Master Chief, probably not, but I mean, it's very possible. I mean, maybe we see a Zelda character. I would say probably not yet. We might see that next year. Maybe it's gonna be Impa or one of the champions. I would think maybe, since we are technically still in the Mario 35th anniversary, maybe we see Paper Mario. I mean, I don't know how people would feel about that, but you know, it's Nintendo, that could definitely happen. And speaking of Mario's 35th anniversary, and as I said, we are still technically in that. Maybe we could get some more information on Bowser's Fury. Super Mario 3D World comes out in February, and we still have not heard absolutely anything about what Bowser's Fury is going to be. In case you don't know, Bowser's Fury is some type of new add-on to Mario 3D World. We just don't know what it is. This could be a great time for them to show us, you know, something about that. And again, it falls right in line with the Mario 35th anniversary stuff. Maybe that's one of the last things they do. Maybe we get another little surprise for the 35th anniversary with that. Now, a couple of games I think are probably pretty good bets. Maybe not sure bets, but pretty good bets. One, I think Monster Hunter Rise will definitely be shown at the Game Awards. We'll probably just get a new trailer, and we don't really need much more information on that game. But the thing is, as I said earlier, this is a show that a lot of people are gonna be watching, not just Nintendo fans. So you're gonna be able to show everyone who love the Monster Hunter franchise on PlayStation, you're gonna be able to show those people, hey, we have our very own Monster Hunter game coming exclusively to the Switch. I feel like the Game Awards is a perfect place to try to show some of those people who may not know and possibly convert them to Switch owners. I think we'll see that one. You know, obviously, we don't know, but I think that's probably a pretty safe bet. And another one I think it's finally time for is Bayonetta 3. I think this is it, finally. I am almost 100% sure I said this same exact thing, making this same exact type of video last year. Obviously, we didn't see it, but hey, who knows? Maybe I'm right this year. I feel like if I just, you know, eventually, if I just keep saying that Bayonetta is coming, you know, Bayonetta 3 will be here at some point, so. No, but in all seriousness, I do think this is the time. I think we are gonna probably get that game sometime in the middle of next year. So the Game Awards is a perfect time to give us not only a full trailer, honestly, I think this was probably supposed to be a 2020 summer game, and I think maybe now, we're gonna be seeing this game sometime in the summer of 2021. Now, before we jump into the bigger stuff, I want to ask you guys a question, and I want you to answer down in the comments below. I've been trying to think of two things that Nintendo could do. One, DLC. Two, shadow drops. And for some reason, I cannot think of anything that might get DLC or a shadow drop at the Game Awards. I feel like this year we have seen more shadow drops from Nintendo after directs and during directs and, you know, after Twitter drops. We've seen so many from them this year. I feel like they're gonna probably continue that with the Game Awards. So if there's a smaller game or maybe some DLC that you can think of that I can't, obviously, like I said, I tried. I can't really think of anything that would be coming. Could be something new we don't know about, but leave your best guess in the comments. I want to hear what you guys have to say about that. So the big stuff we have left, obviously, are two games. Well, two franchises, we'll say. Zelda and Metroid. Now, we're gonna be jumping back and forth between the two franchises here because I have some ideas of what we might see, maybe some conspiracy theories, so you might need to get your tinfoil hats ready, but we'll get to that stuff in a second. The first thing I want to talk about is the rumored 2D Metroid. I feel like that's a possibility here. It seems to me like we've heard enough about this at this point that it's probably happening. Maybe not at the Game Awards, but it sounds like it's happening, so why not? Put it in at the Game Awards. Another Metroid Prime game, you know, besides the Metroid Prime game that we're all waiting for, is the Metroid Prime Trilogy. Supposedly, we've talked about this before, that's done. That's what we've been hearing, so this may be too early to release it, but maybe if we do get a trailer and they say it's coming out sometime in 2021, that will definitely start to set us up for Metroid Prime 4 in 2022. So that's very possible, but I feel like if the 2D Metroid is also a real thing, they might want to get that one out first, then the Prime Trilogy, but what do I know? I could be totally wrong about that. We could see neither, we could see both. Just a guess. But I had another theory. We were actually talking in the Discord this morning, and somehow we got on the subject of a new Power A controller that features Link from The Legend of Zelda, but not just any Link. It features Link from Twilight Princess. Now, I know you're saying to yourself right now, who cares? That doesn't really matter. And you may be right, but if you look at all the controllers that PowerA has put out since Breath of the Wild came out, all of them, I'm pretty sure. Besides, I think maybe 2 have silhouettes of Link, and it looks like they're older renders of Link, not Breath of the Wild Link. But besides those 2, which are only silhouettes, PowerA has not used a green tunic Link picture on a controller since 2017. Now all of a sudden there's a new gold PowerA wireless controller with Link from Twilight Princess on it. Now, here's where you're gonna have to get your tinfoil hat out. PowerA also released a pretty, I would say, 35th anniversary looking Mario controller a few weeks before the Mario 3D All-Stars game was announced. Now, I'm not saying we're getting Zelda 3D All-Stars or anything like that, but this could point to something. This could point to Twilight Princess being released on the Switch. This could point to the Twilight Princess Wind Waker double pack that we talked about a few times being released for the Switch. Maybe they do start mentioning the 35th anniversary at the Game Awards. It's very possible. Maybe that'll be the thing that kicks it off in February. Who knows? But like I said, total conspiracy theory, but I think it's very interesting that that controller is coming out when it is, considering we haven't seen a green tunic Link controller from PowerA since before 2017 when Breath of the Wild was released. Now, I'm pretty sure about that. I looked on their website and looked through as many things as I could find. If I'm wrong, I'm sure you guys are definitely gonna let me know about it in the comments, and please do. But I couldn't find any other controllers with him on it. So I think that's a possibility to at least think about. Probably not likely, but you know, we can dream. All right, so the 2 big ones left, obviously, Metroid Prime 4, Breath of the Wild 2. A Metroid Prime 4 trailer or maybe a development update is possible. While I'll say not likely, it is still possible. A development update in my eyes is way more possible than a trailer at this point. I think they're gonna save the trailer for next year. Maybe summer next year, maybe, you know, end of the year next year, who knows, but I don't think we're seeing that one this year. Now, Breath of the Wild 2, I think it's a very strong possibility that we are going to see not only a trailer for Breath of the Wild 2, I think we may get some gameplay, and I think we're gonna at least know what release window we are gonna be looking at for that game. My guess, holiday, because we've seen nothing at this point. This game is too big to just throw a trailer out and put it out in a few months. We're not gonna see it in March. We're not gonna see it in April. My guess is this is the holiday game. I've said this a few times, but the Game Awards would be a great place to let us know that this is a holiday game. I think that's gonna be the thing that really, you know, just has us all talking on Friday morning. Like, we finally have the release date. We know more about the game. We're gonna have all kinds of stuff to talk about. But, you know, as far as all this stuff goes, that's my hope. If we get nothing else besides a Breath of the Wild 2 trailer, I'll be totally happy. I just want more information on that game, and it seems like, as well as Age of Calamity is doing right now, putting a trailer out for Breath of the Wild 2 is just gonna keep that ball rolling. Just keep the Zelda hype train going right into the 35th anniversary. I mean, why not? But guys, those are my thoughts on all this stuff. I'd love to hear yours down in the comments. The Game Awards are on Thursday night, I believe at 7 Eastern time, and it does look like I will be streaming it on this channel. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you do that so you don't miss the stream and all other future videos. Also, just a reminder, the Discord link is below in the description, and right below that is also a link to become a member of this channel. We just redid all the perks. We've got some really good stuff in there, so if you would like to support the channel, that is a great way to do so. But guys, with all that said, thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like, make sure you are subscribed. We'll see you in the next one.